Hey, welcome to the first ever Bememorable podcast, also ad channel, official podcast or something. Yeah, so I'll start with a little channel update. Probably I will just throw in some like 3D animation or something in the foreground of the video and we'll voice over it or whatever. So this channel you're watching this on, it's AdL, and I don't really know what to do with it. I don't really want to have a actual tutorial channel, and I don't really post anything else of value. And I posted some products I've done, but it turns out products are pretty hard, and I can't just shit out a product every week or months or even couple of months. So probably what I'm gonna do, if you're not subscribed already to the main channel of mine, Bememorable, I finally uploaded there, and this video will be dedicated to that video I was making for like a month and a half or something. So yeah, I will address some of the comments people commented about it. I will explain some of the points I'm making in that very short 2-minute video, and on this channel I will just post whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna shit post or anything, but I will occasionally post a off the cuff podcast like this one, and occasionally I will post a tutorial or two, or maybe I will have a new product or whatever. Everything more important, my proper animated videos and high quality content is still on my main channel, and I recently hit 1,000 subscribers there thanks to the CoffeeZilla project. I was doing the office virtual set for him, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess let's start talking about the thing now, the video about VPN. So I will, it's just 2 minutes. I will probably cut this part out, but I will watch it for myself and then maybe comment over it as a pause it or something. And you will not, well, I guess I can just add another, track. A second. Yeah, I suppose you should hear my video now, but if you haven't watched it yet, please go and watch it on Bememorable, the original channel. Yeah. Let's go. So, new intro. I want to pause it a little bit on that new intro and, did it record? Okay. So go watch it, I guess, a couple of seconds. I'm too lazy to cut it in and record how it actually looks, and I want to get some views on the actual video, so let's go watch it. I have a new intro now. It's very cyberpunk and stuff, and I gotten some feedback that not everyone can understand that all of my videos on my main channel is like originally animated, and voiceover and stuff. Not voiceover is not that great, but like sound designed and actually original. So I put in some statistics about my renderer, about my render time, about my VRAM it took me to render in this new intro, and it's now very short and sweet. I like it now. Yeah, so I will address my hatred for VPNs and VPN services and such. So if you are on YouTube at all, or maybe just online, I don't know, I just kind of try to block ads everywhere, but promotions are pretty fun and fine, I guess, and some YouTubers actually make them look nice, and yeah, I watch and sometimes do skip, but usually don't skip ads, because they make it more fun in actual videos, like integrated sponsorships. And VPNs are pretty annoying because apparently they just tell content creators that all you need to protect yourself from data mining and any privacy violations online is to just download and install VPN. And if you're unfamiliar how it works, and I just didn't want to go into detail on this in the actual video because it's just too long and boring, but yeah, it just kind of hides your IP. Well, it's like changes your IP to another one. So instead of you having your own unique IP, you will get a IP from the VPN server. And it's a great beginning and great start. And some VPN companies even call it that. They don't advertise that it's end of your privacy journey or whatever. But big companies actually don't. They're just like, yeah, install VPN and you're not private online. And this is what this part is for. And hiding your IP, okay. Hiding your IP is pretty important, I think, if you're trying to be private. But, and I think we all should, but I just don't expect people to take that responsibility of everyone to be private. And then also, if you actually need to log into this system, you're being tracked by now. Like if you're logging into YouTube, Google knows it's you, and you needed to. It's weird because some of that data you actually need for the service to work. You want YouTube to remember what settings you use, who you're subscribed to, but not all of it is needed, and they just use it for everything, and you don't get to decide what they have to do because they're a private company. Yeah, whatever. So VPN is cool as a start, but also they just kind of lie about their intentions because they're also a private company. They want to make money. They want to sell you this idea. They couldn't just sell VPN subscriptions if they would say, hey, do you want to be private online? You need to get the VPN, you need to get a Tor, you need to connect the both of Tor and VPN, you need to use a virtual system for your browser, you need to never save any cookies, or like restart your cookies every time you open the browser, you need to be logged off everything, you need to only use this couple of encrypted trusted email services. You also need to do all of this stuff. People would never buy a VPN really. And yeah, I also put in like a little privacy joke because yeah, in some countries this is what it's used for. They will not protect, but by they I mean like the people in power, not some conspiracy or whatever. Actual people in power will not care about protecting your right to privacy, but they care a lot about protecting someone's right, like usually bigger companies' rights to copyright. And you kind of have to use VPN if you want to download, sometimes even to just access torrents. So if you want to download your Linux, okay, your Linux ISO or something, you have to use VPN or proxy or Tor or something, which is kind of stupid. But if you want to just download a game that no one releases anymore, no one would ever even sell you that game, and you just want to play it because you played it in your childhood or something, it is considered piracy, and you can get fined in like Germany and some other European countries for this. So this is what people actually use VPNs for, probably the most, downloading games and movies and stuff. A bit more privately, but not by much, until governments don't have all of the other tracking technologies figured out for tracking you, and not just terrorists or something. By the way, hiding your IP is actually more in research for this video. I didn't mention that, but there are actually other ways to hide your IP, to change it, the basic proxy server, or there is a method of actually making your own VPN, or you can just like rent out a server and put the VPN software on it and have your own VPN, and you know exactly what kind of logs are being connected. But the commercial VPNs, you don't know if they do keep logs, because this information is not transparent. You just need to trust them. That's the thing. And NordVPN in 2018 was breached, for example, and some other. It happens from time to time when they get hacked, and then they notify you, like NordVPN let the public know. It was hidden for like 2 years that they actually been breached in 2018, but in 2020 the information was leaked or something. So yeah, not very trustworthy. And there are laws that in a lot of countries that require VPN services, or actually to collect and save the data for like quotation marks, protect you against terrorism. You know how terrorism never happens, because VPN is saving your logs and passing it over to a bunch of government agencies. Yeah, this is why. And then I go to the, in terms of graphics, if you want my opinion, my comment on that, what it's all about, how do they make it. This, I recently bought some assets. I think I bought something, some building or something for something else, and I used it here. And this Blender guy, what's his name? My God, I have to actually go into my email or whatever and look this up. Or I guess on Patreon. Is it going long? 13 minutes, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be boring, but I know that some people like boring stuff, and this is the sort of content I would kill for some creators I love to make. Like if Captain Dissolution made a podcast and not just some appearance on some public thing he does. Yeah, Ian Hubert, this guy, very famous Blender guy. He actually made a cool tutorial for Patreons, and he gave it away as an asset. I mean, not give it away. I technically I bought this from him for like $7 for his Patreon tier. These blinking VPNs, neon signs, and he also made a cool tutorial about how to automate blinking specifically for neon sign. Is it's pretty cool. You just like use UV map to like you basically animate a tiny picture, and it uses the data from it. Whatever, it's his stuff, and I made a bunch of kind of neon signs that style, and use his method to animate some of them blinking. Pretty fun. And also sound design wise, yeah, Steven from CoffeeZilla wrote me that he liked the video. He helped me with the script, and I know now like most of my subscribers are overlapping with him because of his promotion, I guess. But he said that sound design is very cool, and I glad that he noticed, because I recently bought the no, it's free. I didn't buy it. Okay, this Vital synthesizer for Linux also. So this is what I use. And I made a bunch of cool sounds. I also sampled some free sound.org sounds. And I changed pitch so it sounds more music-like on the VPN, like hide your IP arrow. It like goes in circles, and the effect changes pitch as if it's different sound a little bit. Yeah. So then I have this monster, And the sound design wise, it's pretty fortunate that I added this. So this is my creation. This is my like monster that I created as a sculpting challenge for myself. Like maybe 6 months ago or even more than that. I made like 20 something sculpts, and I wanted something creepy in the scene, like lurking in the shadows or something. So I had to rig and animate the walk cycle for it. It's not perfect. The walk cycle is not that. I mean, it's fine. I think it's possible. It slides a little bit, and then the ball pops. It's very cool to see. Sound effects for the bulb is pretty nice also. I like how that turned out. Some of the assets I also pay for Quixel, Epic Stores, Epic Games, Quixel Megascan library now, so I use some of those assets to populate the ground and some of the trash, some of the tiny elements to make it more realistic. And then I go on about ultrasonic cross-device tracking, and what it is. If you, I hope it's understandable in this video what it's all about. But so ultrasonic sounds is the sounds that you cannot hear, but well, microphones can. And the thing is, I show this on screen while I kind of more abstractly talk about it. But yeah, there are a lot of ways ultrasonic cross-device tracking can be used and implemented. The easiest, like, you don't actually need to breach anyone's security or whatever to use it. All you need is a public ad, like on a TV or something, and it's just not. It's just a public ad. You just add a tiny, like, unique sound. It's called an ultrasonic identifier. It's just a sound. So no new technology, no nothing. Just a sound on your stupid advertisement that that plays on some screen in your like mall or something. And on your phone, let's say like your bank does it. Like in your town, your bank wants to track where you go for some reason because it's a big bank and they work with some stores and they want to track where people generally go to see what deals are better for the store. I don't know. In your banking app, it's gonna run in background to check your banking notifications or something, and it's gonna request your microphone permission for some other unrelated reason. It can just occasionally like turn off your microphone and or just have it use it in the background, drain your battery also, and listen for ultrasonic sounds. And when it recognizes the sound that is like planned to maybe it's even their own banking advertisement. So this way they don't even have to partner with anyone, but they know that they run this specific ad on this specific street. This is it. Like, they know that you've been to this street, and then they know that you've been to this street every week, and then they know that this is your favorite weekend place to go or something. And then they know that you're this kind of person and you can be advertised this sort of deals, or this ad is effective. But then again, it can be used kind of against you, and who knows what they also can do with this. And on a larger scale, imagine if like Facebook has it, or they would just easily. This is a private company, so they can just sell this data to some political agency. And now this political agency, like with the Facebook controversy, they can just sell it to, they can just use it to target specifically ads about policies that you like, because they know where you go usually, and they can figure out what kind of person are you. and they can fool you into thinking that you should affiliate with this political party, even though this same political party will have entirely other type of ads for like other people. Yeah, I don't like it, and you shouldn't too. Yeah, funny dog. I very like this dog, and thank you too. I will try to. We will hear my text to speech here. Up the bwam. Okay. On Blender swap, I had to credit him, but I just like how it looked. I actually tried to make a dog myself, but then I was trying to sculpt it. I was like, nah, this is stupid. I just should use this one, and I remade the eyes to make them a bit different. Go check out this dog. It's free, and yeah, I'm crediting him again, I guess. A riddle. Vote on your phones now. So spam code is a real thing. I was actually doing some web like development before. I guess I wasn't really coding, but I was installing websites and for clients years ago. Even though I'm not that old, but this is just something that you do. Like the client will request you to have Google Analytics because they need to know who uses their website. It's a important part of the business. You need to know who watches your content, who reads it, and where the traffic comes from. And every of this, I don't know, maybe there are some more anonymized solution, but Google is the popular one because they can just advertise it right on in the Google search for you. Like they will know. What did they do? Oh my god. I hope the recording didn't. I mean, should it? Oh no. No. I broke my recording. I will try to. Should I cut this part out? I don't know. I'll just save it as is. So, yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh my god, I will have to. Here we go. Okay. So, imagine just having a choice as a business like person. You're making it like a news site or something, or an e-commerce site. You have a choice. Either you just make more money or less. You just leave your money on a table, and don't know at all who visits your website, how many visitors do you have, who you're targeting to, marketing towards, what type of advertisements work or don't work. Versus you install Google Analytics and you actually know what's going on in your digital life as a website owner. But yeah, Google can do whatever with the data. They really know most of your internet history. If they know that if you're like logged in to the Google, especially if you use Google Chrome and stuff, but it's not even just Google. Like people like to hate on Facebook even more, but Facebook does the same thing. You don't need to be logged into anything really. They just will. Usually it's JavaScript that tracks you the most. So one of the privacy, one of the ways to fight that and avoid that is actually block most of your JavaScript, and you can use plugins like uBlock Origin for that. This is how advertisements are blocked. You can use some other JavaScript blockers, but as far and I hope I'm like correct on this a bit. Like I'm not sure if that's entirely correct, but Facebook Pixel system it's called. Let me look it up. Facebook Pixel tracking, Pixel helper or whatever. Pixel measure, optimize your ads and shit. Yeah. So it's just general term for them, I guess. But this is what they can do. They can just like you go to the YouTube. Okay, maybe not YouTube. You go to some like random website, and it uses like it's all links basically, right? The web is on all links. So you click on a link. You wanna buy some clothing, and they will instead of using the text that you read is actually downloaded from their servers, and you read it on your computer. The pictures are also, they have to be kind of downloaded and shown on your page. So whenever you log in, the browser will fetch the pictures for you, regardless if it's from the site you're talking to directly, you like clicked on, or maybe the pictures will be linked. They will integrate, they will look the same, but they will be linked from some other website, some other server, something else. Like to save space, they will use some other cheaper server that is a bit slower, or whatever, or even the opposite. They will use some. It doesn't matter. So now your well, in this case, I guess IP, but sometimes it's even more than your IP. So this is why I'm still talking about this tracking code. Even if you block JavaScript, Facebook can integrate. So you just add this tiny, like, as developer will just add a tiny like button to add visibility to the website. It's like a feature they add, and it seems like no brainer, not a big deal. But then you, as a user, you will send data about your computer every time to as if you visit the Facebook. Every time the tiny like button is on the page, both through the JavaScript and just using like the pixel thing, like a fake tiny picture they add to be downloaded from their servers. So you will connect to the Facebook server whether you want it or not, and it's not just about like your cookie files. Of course, cookie files are actually a great web tool. Like it's annoying to log in every time you open your browser and do everything you need, but you have control over them. You don't have control over your like fingerprinting thing. Yeah, let's go to the fingerprinting. So tracking code is on their website. They know most of your internet history, and it's very weird, and it shouldn't be like that. Okay, I'm trying not to get mad at this, but I think I'm kind of beyond being mad. Yeah, phones are complete mess. I'm glad I used to be a lot like into Android and phones and stuff. I'm glad I didn't see much even use for them really, besides like maps. And if yeah, I don't have anything against the concept of phone, but it just so happened that to operate Apple just straight up tracks everything is closed source. You don't know anything what they're doing, whatever. They just own you'll kind of like rent the phone from them. With Android, unless you do some crazy measures, like we will spend your time rooting your device and picking the right device and uninstalling, or like flashing the new version of your operating system. They just kind of track whatever you do during the day with your phone without your without actually your consent. Like you click a little agree button to Google services whenever you try to use the Google Play Store for the first time, but you didn't read that, you don't consent to that, of course, and still you need the phone. Like you're not gonna say, hey, okay, I don't agree to that, let me just never use a phone in my life. It's it would be weird to do that. So yeah, phones are bad, and the point of my video is actually, okay, let's just go through this. So it's like scans your face and to make money, and actually I'm showing like I'm showing the like a parody of the minimalistic Apple credit card, because so credit card companies, banking companies, they know the behavior of the users, and it's a easy thing for them to know. They can record when you buy stuff, how much does it cost, what kind of store is this, and to sign up as a to sign up to have this little terminal in a store. The store has to really notify them about whatever it's like part of the policy, and I think law also, because they don't want to be associated with illegal activity. So stores have to give them, well, everything they describe, everything they have. What do they sell? What type of inventory? When do they work? What kind of I guess they profit. I don't know. Basically, they know what store is it. Always. So uh, they know what store is it. They know information about you, because to sign up, it's very weird. Somehow to use cash, you're free to free to use cash however you would like, but to use online banking, or I mean just a regular banking, you need to submit, in most cases, um, you need to submit everything that you would normally consider private, and it's very weird this way. So of course they can just collect whatever data they have on you. Also, a private company also can do whatever, no responsibility for anything. And it's especially weird. I'm pirating the Apple Card with Apple Pay and stuff. Yeah, if that's not good enough for you, what about Apple also having all of your purchasing information at all times, like both online and offline? It's a weird idea, and yeah, spooky AI. Spooky AI. It's funny, but it's not so funny. Every time the YouTube channel, the hated one, talked about use of AI in tech industry for really anything, and the gist of it, that it's not that AI itself is spooky. It can make a lot of great stuff and help with a lot of stuff, like in 3D graphics is pretty cool with the AI denoising. It's just great. You feed it a bunch of data about how pictures should look like, and it can just like generate from a noisy image. It can generate you uh, a good looking one, or it can speed up your rendering time this way, whatever. But when it comes to people, there are cases of like police related companies using AI to analyze, to like predict crime, and you kind of, you already know this. It's not good, right? Because it's a real idea. So the more, imagine there are like 3 neighborhoods, like an upper class one, super poor one, and the middle class one, and a police wants to implement AI system to like predict where the most crime will be. So they will pump in a bunch of data about how in a middle class neighborhood, there is some crime, but it's not as bad. In an upper class neighborhood, everyone's rich, no one really cares about crime and whatever. Their little, crime security system are expensive everywhere, whatever. And they will just pump in a bunch of data about how this poor neighborhood is full of crime. So naturally, the first prediction of the AI system would be, hey, let's just put more policemen in that place where there was recorded more crime. So they put in more policemen, and police will record crime that is not like considered a crime, but by non-police. So regular people will ignore some minor things that people do, but police will notice. So they will report even more crime in that area. So there is more data about the crime in a poor neighborhood, and even more police there. They record even more crime. They send even more police that there. It's an over-policed neighborhood now. And, these couple of years kind of showed that police is not that good of an idea. Anyway, so this is how AI sometimes used. And then imagine all of this private data that can, supposedly just work fine and predict your behavior. Is it really a good thing if we just sell more products to people for no reason, because now AI is targeting everyone to, adapt a product for them, like those stupid Facebook generated quotes on t-shirts and stuff that are sometimes funny, but yeah, they it's like the world's most annoying salesman that is also like all-powerful genie that can control your life somehow. And then they can just pass that data. Let's say some like stupid person is in power, and I don't know, something like crazy, something like felony for copyright violation would be a thing now. Something that would never in a million years. I guess I'm too lazy to edit this video, edit this podcast. So I'm just talking about something that US now tries to pass. So yeah, all of a sudden, all of your behavior saved by your credit card company, by your Facebooks, and I mean everyone, advertisers are available for the government to see if you have downloaded any new Disney original movies from the torrents lately. That's kind of a stupid thing to have, and yeah, and privacy is a right exactly for that reason, because it's just power. And I end this with a yeah. So my point of this video is not that you couldn't. I guess I should just talk for like 10 minutes about the actual point of the video. It's not defeatism. Like, you shouldn't just give up and say, "Hey, I don't care about privacy. Everyone should just give up," and I don't care about freedom. I should just give up. It's nah. It's not good to say that. The things will, if you think it's not gonna get worse as soon as you're giving up, it's gonna get even worse, I think. But the point of this video is really to show that there is no way of buying. It's kind of this capitalist mindset of just products for, I guess, like an ultra consumerist mindset, that there is a product for every problem you will have in life. But no, there is none, and VPN is not one of them. And sometimes there is, but yeah, it's a complex thing, and we need to just know that it's not great, and it shouldn't be this way. But on the other hand, the problem with like privacy awareness, I guess, and this idea of hey, I'll just use a VPN, and then someone like me would come around and say, well, VPN is not enough. Enough is this and that and this thing. Like, you need to hide all of your tracks online. You need to use your internet online. You need to what? Okay, I'm starting to get tired of talking. You need to be as anonymous as possible, and I guess it's possible. Yeah, there are people who. Yeah, I guess you will spend more time like setting all of this up, but some other techniques you're doing besides like you will have to set up your own VPN. You will spend like a week setting this up. You will or even more, whatever. It's not that complete. It can be done, but first of all, they always come up with new stuff. You need to be constantly on the run from all of this tracking, and this is just not how it's supposed to be. It's kind of like saying, yeah, but also my point is that like whenever you think, hey, I just will do this and that to avoid this problem we have, this overwhelming problem in the society, you're actually kind of helping the problem, because you're not really protesting the problem. You're not involved in any direct action, political action, or even like voting or whatever. You're just trying to, maybe subconsciously, I feel like some part of people who are into privacy stuff are like, yeah, I'm just superior than these other people by being aware of all of this nonsense that's going on, and I'm not gonna get in this problem. I know how to avoid this, and I don't care that other like normies will have their privacy violated. And first of all, it's just not true. Your privacy, as your freedom, is as weak as like your. I kind of mix privacy and freedom, I think, in my mind, because privacy is well, like data is power, especially now. But you're as weak as your weakest friend, basically. If you're sending some personal information about you, you're just not gonna socialize or speak to anyone or whatever, because well, you might have blocked your microphone on your phone, but all of your friends probably didn't, or like people in public probably didn't, and you might have duct tape your camera, or you do everything else online, but people you're chatting with in online chats are not, or even, well, sometimes you just have to kind of use some proprietary program for work, and it's just kind of not right that you have to, and then you kind of get blamed on. And I got this one comment. I can actually read it. I'm not that good at reading out loud though, so I will just like brush over it. So thank you for watching and commenting on my videos, guys. But I did reply. I didn't have. See, I'm blocking JavaScript, and I didn't have icons on my YouTube comments. I just need to read their names, and I can't find a comment right now. Maybe I can find it here. I'm sorry, you don't even see this all. Yeah, this guy, Mao Chick. Okay. Yeah, they. Yeah, I'm supposed to say they. I don't know why I was confused. It's a he, whatever. They wrote, VPN does its thing, but on the other hand, you are doing it wrong, blah blah blah. He talks about how, well, you're not supposed to use VPN this way. You're supposed to clean your cookies. You're supposed to use bad browsers. You need to filter trackers and blah blah. And I agree on a personal level. Like, if I would tell this to my friends, like, hey, you're being tracked online and it's horrible, and they would be like, well, what can I do? Yeah, you can do this and that. You can do all of the privacy techniques, and you're good. You can, even if you do them half of the time, or like you will use you will have a separate account for like, now I know I'm being tracked, and I will use my regular browser that I use for YouTube and stuff that I don't really care about, and now I know I don't really want advertisers to find out my banking information, or my, well, not even banking information, to find out my like medical information stuff. I will use this more private solution, private browser with all of the techniques, and I will, sure, but you can't really shift the blame on the consumer, and this is answering the comment. I just didn't want to type this all out, and expect them to know all of this and to spend all of the time doing it. You just cannot, and they say, hey, you're an idiot. It's basically you're you are an idiot. You cannot just say that, because it's an equivalent of, my analogy would be like, imagine a public road with no rules, and it's actually not even it's a public road, but it's not made by public or the government or whatever. It's made by a company, a private company, and the company just force. This is too complex. Yeah, imagine just a public road, okay, and there are no rules about crossing the road. There are rules about for drivers, but there are no rules about how you would cross it. And instead of like coming up with rules, everyone around you, and including the someone who built that road, is not for any reason like interested in you crossing it. They just don't care. But you need to cross it every day, and people around you need to cross it every day. There are no crossroads, so you're just coming up with these techniques of, you need to watch whenever a car is this far away at this time of the day, you need to jump and then roll, and it's like 10 lanes of road, so you need to stop at that spot and then run a bit more, and then jump again. And if you're lucky, you will cross the road. And if you do this every day for your entire life, when you go to your job or whatever, and you have to live like that. And if not, you get hit by a car, and you failed as a person because you did it. This is basically what we have now with internet, because it's Wild West would be actually not that not that bad. I guess it's more like mining towns in after the Wild West, where you would get paid by the proprietary money that can be used in only that town, and you don't have any freedom. It's something like that, and we just need a good solution for that. And I'm not a politician personally, but my point is, you can't just blame the consumer for it, because, well, this person wrote that you're not supposed to use cookies, you're not supposed to do that, but cookies are useful. I want to use cookies. I don't want other things to happen. I don't want them to track me. I want more transparency. It doesn't mean that I should just give up on like half of the features in the internet. And that's the point of the video. And then I say bye in the video. And this is it, I guess. Yeah, I guess I've been going on for like 50 minutes, and maybe subscribe to this second channel of mine if you like my ramblings. But I don't plan to do a lot of like podcasting. I'm not a podcast channel. It's just a site. Maybe in the future it will be a live stream so I can answer more of your questions. But yeah, other things. There are other videos I made, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I didn't care about some of the earlier videos, but I would make a video about Neuralink, a podcast. I mean, about Neuralink, or like free versus free and open source versus proprietary. Again, just to like answer some of the comments and maybe talk about how it's made. So yeah, there will be more tutorials too. If you listen to my ramblings to the very end, well, I'm impressed then. Even though I listen to a lot of boring podcasts too, so I know there are people like me. I will leave it there, and hope you like my cool graphics, and I will put some looping graphic from video. I think I don't know, something I will put as a main graphic here, and yeah, thanks for thanks for listening. Yeah, thanks for listening, and stay memorable. Bye.